Shortly expecting comments from Mr. Lane, and we're just over 5 minutes away from comments from Professor Schmidt. Again, there's no indication whether there will be a text, but there will be a Q&A. Again, Lane at the top of the hour, Professor Schmidt, 5 minutes past.
All right. Feeling a little toppy here, but not going to short it. Good morning. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Z Dark. Eric, good morning. Everybody's having a great morning. We're going to be doing a giveaway around 11 a.m., so stick around for that for Cash Preservation Friday. Already had a decent morning. A little over $300 in my cash account. Paid for my day already. Now I'm up 500 in this combine. And I'm going to switch over to another combine. So I'm going to lock myself out of this one. So I can't do any damage there. I'll switch over to another one. Then I have an XFA I'll trade. Oh, man. Shit, Phil. So if it's a true squeeze, we're going to want to see buyers buy it up here. We don't exactly want to see the huge rotation down, but very possible. This is a back test for ES at VWAP right here.
S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 touch session highs after preparing to earlier declines.
Take a look at ES. Been having some good look on ES today. So we had the return to value. Was early on. The VWAP bounce was very short-lived. Back test reclaim. And now we're kind of testing it again here. Take it short at 25.
Shortly expecting comments from Fed Schmidt. Again, there's no indication whether a text or Q&A is expected, but keep in mind as well, this is a invite only event, so no live video is available.
Come on now. That was a huge, massive fake out. Damn.
The senior text release from Fed Schmidt says Fed policy is modestly restrictive, which is where it should be. Monetary policy should lean against demand growth. Says my concerns on inflation are much broader than tariffs alone, and says I prefer to focus on overall inflation rate when setting policy. Says there's no room to be complacent on inflation expectations, and cooling of labour market likely reflects structural changes. Says I will monitor
Let's
labour market
go.
closely.
Come on.
More significant deterioration. And financial markets and the real economy are not showing signs of being overly restrictive.
Yes, broke.
Stop shrinking the
VWAP here.
and the Fed could lower the rate paid on reserves and ease access to standing repo facility to support smaller Fed balance sheet and ease liquidity. Fed could also shift balance sheet portfolio to short duration securities. So there's little reason to think that the reserve demand will.
But we do have a value area low. God damn. Ah. That's a value area low in that distribution right there that it bounced on. Oh, this one's gone. All right, we'll switch over. I'm trading combines today, guys, because it's been a rough couple of weeks. So I'm not even worried. I already traded my cash account. Good on that. Took my withdrawal. I'm not getting my ass handed to me on a Friday with real large amounts of money. Not going to do it. Not even traded my XFA yet. Lots of fake outs. Look at these fake outs. That was look, took out the high there and then immediately rejected. What a fake out. In 20. Massive rejection. So if anybody looking at the delta on ES, it's going straight down. So many sellers. Crazy. Dude, I'm just messing around now. This is just annoying the shit out of me.
You're spending drop the 30, you're planning 15 basis points now to 5 spot 3%.
I'm done. Done. Take my cash. You mean all the sellers on ES, Scrappy? It's another trap. Or does it actually go down this time? So we do have a distribution. Let's go take a look at NQ. NQ's is much bigger. This is a 115 point, 400 ticks wide. Auger, I said that on ES. Straight down. Another squeeze. Yeah, NVIDIA is almost green too. NVIDIA has closed the entire gap. Closed it here at 86. Break this time. Getting there. So you guys are looking to short at 25,000. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? So we're at the top of a distribution here. I'll be right back. 25,025 to short. Okay. What's at that level? I know 25 is you're afraid that it's going to break through it and then reject excess instead of taking the exact level. So right now we're trading in a balance area. We have since 947 essentially. This is tricky right here.
UK 10-year yields rising to the highest since October 14th at about 4.5%, up 13 basis points for the day.
Looks like we're fading a bit.
this time now at the bottom of the hour. See the release of the weekly natural gas change from EIA. Forecast a build of 34 BCF from the prior build of 33 BCF. Xperia said there's no official update from the Dutch government on lifting the order.
So we're thin up here. Lots of rejections on NQ. This spot here, if you look at the 5-minute, very wicky on the 5-minute. So we got some sellers. Yep. Definitely some buyer absorption for sure. NQ made a higher high here on the delta, but they can chew through this level. There's no doubt about it. Yes, looks like it wants to break out here and go higher. And Q's not joining that party. So we'll probably continue to trade in this distribution here. Value area high, value area low. Yes. CVD, man. Holy smokes. It's down almost 12,000 contracts.
In 5 minutes time now at the bottom of the hour.
Nice, Andy. What were the trades that got you there?
Forecast build of the
What were you doing?
prior
I know we're not in PDC, so curious. Fading the distribution or what? Oh, nice. All right, let's see what happens here. Back up to point of control. ES trading smack in the middle of a distribution right here. So these shorts up here have been paying so far. Longs. And we're essentially in the middle of a distribution. Right. So it could be someone's going to break. They're going to flush one side out here. I'd be nervous about shorting that 25,000, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, we spent I don't know what. The giant short run, short squeeze. Nice. Literally, so the market opened at here at 9:30. Literally by 9:46, we were in a distribution. So we've been trading sideways. So there was movement for the first 16 minutes of the market. Then for over the last hour, we've been trading sideways. So if you've been looking for a place and continuation, you've been very disappointed because we've spent over the last hour trading sideways, probably getting chopped up. And that's why we use the profile, right? We can see that distribution built. And now we're starting to break out of it. Here's your 25,000. Strong, don't it? NVIDIA just rocketed. Rocketed.
remaining for the VIA natural gas change.
Might as well lock out of this one too.
10 seconds.
It's like continuation.
5 BCF to build a 45 BCF, higher than the forecast to build a 34 BCF. There's a weakness in that we don't find it's falling the larger than expressed with storage build from the
We have an IB high. Nice, Tony. That's a great day.
Now posted the weekly DIO net result report on the feed for those interested.
Enjoy your breakfast, Chuck. I think we also have a bunch of Fed speakers today. I think we got one speaking right now.
Keep in mind, we are shortly expecting the Swiss press conference on the announcement of the US trade deal. Xperia sees China operations having enough wafers for several months.
Grind higher.
Swiss Economy Minister says now it is clear the Swiss has achieved a tariff agreement of 15% all in.
Sure did. 225 was the magic number, Logger. How did you get that number again? I don't think I see anything there. I don't know that I see 25 as a LBN. Maybe it's 17. I guess pretty close. I see the LVN down here at 76. All right. We pushing out of here? Sure looks like it. Yes, CVD still going straight down. I mean, in the short term, Biba, this is just they're buying the dip, right? I think if we reclaim 60, I'm looking at ES there. If we reclaim 150, we might get more upside, but really it's just the trend is still down, but we're back in a balanced area on the composite, right? So on the higher time frame, we're really just right back into balance. We went right to the point of control. The most popular points going all the way back to mid-September. So at 828. I generally don't look for that much alignment because we'd be waiting forever. There'd be very seldom times everything is perfectly aligned like that. I think we put it all together to paint a picture of what's happening, but I don't trade New York or US stocks and overnight. That's just not my thing.
Yeah, I've put out the Swiss side of the Swiss-US tariff agreements on the feed for those interested. And this is the Swiss statement from it.
You're going to get it.
Under the declaration of intent.
All right, break here.
In US tariffs, Switzerland will reduce import duties on a range of US products.
Seems like it's starting to grind through levels now. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. That's monthly lower band right there on ES. And an LVN.
Even if there's tariffs affect around 40% of our export.
You're going to eat right through it. Maybe not.
Tariff quotas on selected US export products, including 500 tons of beef, 1,000 tons for bison meat, and 1,500 tons for poultry.
There it goes. Come on. Got a little bigger of a rejection here. Unless the short squeeze is on. Here it is. Short squeeze is on. Right through it. We have return. This is a return to value, Devin, on the monthly. Return higher time frame, return to value setup. See if it holds above this level. This would be key. Or it's just a rejection. This is kind of where we want to see it hold here.
Nasdaq 100 erases its opening decline, and the S&P 500 pairs its earlier losses, now down to 0.2%.
Back test long. Return to value on the month is still on here on ES. Beautiful. Look at that. Back test long, return to value. Is nice. Gap is closed on NQ. We're now green. Gap about to be closed on ES. 65 is weekly lower band. The momentum is outrageous right now. What is this? 65.
Swiss economic affairs officials said there is interest from Swiss gold refineries to invest in the US.
This is the spot.
Gold seeing a little bit of strength off the back of that. And again, these Swiss economic affairs officials say there is interest from Swiss gold refineries to invest in the US. Still a bit of strength in gold. NASDAQ was now moved for 4%. Swiss economic affairs.
Oof.
Small. It is important for the US to strengthen its gold market.
Crazy. Nice recovery. Nvidia back up to 189. Crazy. Wish I didn't roll it. When's Nvidia earnings? 19th. That's next what? It's next Wednesday. ES just closed the gap. Especially if you were long, Tim. Long bias traders did very well on ES today. That's for sure. Well, then that sounds very painful, Jake. See, NQ is up from the bottom of that open candle. 350, 500 points on NQ. ES is up. It's rallied from that low it put in. Almost 100 points on ES. Wild. Yeah, let's get with the program, Jake. Get with the program. Yeah, aside from the blown combine, for me, it was a good day. I'm glad I was trading new combines. Very glad. because I was taken off guard by the massive rally as well. But did well in the cash account. Let's see, what did I do in the cash account? I think it was that much. But 350. $350. So I paid for my combines. Paid for the 2 combines I blew for 49 bucks. So that's $100 minus the 350. So I made 250 in the cash account. Nothing exciting, but might not be a huge number, but $250 a day is $5,000 a month. 250 a day, 6,000. Yeah, that volatility, Jake, you get caught off sides with the size. It's crushing in this type of volatility. 100 point range on ES. That's no joke. That's a lot. All right, it's almost 11 o'clock. Let's do a check-in, guys. How did we trade this morning? Green, red, very green, very red, little green, little red. We following our trades. Are we following our plan today? Yeah, if the trades just don't work, they just don't work. I've had a lot of that this week. Sunny says yes. What was the question? Were the answers yes? Scott had a good day. Excellent. I should have full ported. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. If you only knew then what you know now. Unfortunately, you're not privy to what the market's going to do beforehand. If we were, we'd all be probably more than billion. I'd be a billionaire if I knew what the market was going to do. Nice, Tim. Good to hear, brother. Ah, good, Kevin. Good to hear. Little red, little green, bit cautious today. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit cautious. All right, we're going to do our giveaway here in a little bit. ES continues to hover at the lows of the delta. Crazy. All right, that's good. Nice. If we break this weekly lower band, we're going to weekly VWAP next. Might get a little pullback here, bigger pullback. Okay, let's do our giveaway. Is ES right? Yeah, ES is definitely right. It's never wrong. Dr. Jive in the house. All right, let's do our giveaway. We're going to be giving away an Apex Trader funding account, any size evaluation of your choosing. You want a 300K evaluation? It's yours. We're going to be giving one away right here, right on stream. the way this is going to work, first of all, once you guys hit the like button, you don't have to smash it. You could just like is fine. Just press the like button is cool. You know, smashing not necessary. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. This is how I get the accounts to give away. They go, hey, this guy actually has people that listen to him. Let's give him some accounts. It's basically how it works. This is ES, Motor Boss. This is not NQ. Got to make sure you're looking at the right thing too. And the green line, that's IB high. Why are we trading? I mean, why am I trading it? You can trade whatever you want. Why am I trading ES today? I'm just kidding. I'm trading ES today because the volatility on NQ has just been very difficult for me to trade. So based on how I've been trading over the last couple of days with the volatility, generally I'll switch over to ES. It's just a little easier for me to manage. As long as I don't chew off too much size, which I can still do in a combine, but it is what it is. Crappy. I do use deviations besides the one. It's on. I don't fade from them generally, just so you're aware. But I have them up on this monitor. I'm watching the second standard deviations. I use them as a sign of strength, not so much. If we're in a balance market, we can fade away from them. But it's very nuanced. I used to fade from them a lot, and I eliminated that setup from my playbook altogether because we have much better fades, contrarian trades in the second deviation Globex band. Yes, for daily VWAP, correct. All right, so the word, I'm gonna say a word, and you're gonna put that word in the chat. The word is not word. Bird is not the word. So you right click here. I was taught this, Captain. And you go to labels and indicators and financials name labels. So right click on the scale here, right click, labels, indicators and financial name labels. You're welcome. All right, guys, let's do this giveaway. So you're going to put the word in the chat. I think the appropriate word for today is squeeze. Squeeze is the word for the day. Take that word, put it in the chat. You only have to do it once. You don't have to spam the chat. Squeeze is the word. I'll give you guys about a minute or two to put that in the chat. Oh boy, selling off now. Imagine we go all the way back down to the lows. Can you imagine? That would be wild. I don't think we will. But just imagine. Put the word squeeze in the chat where we're giving away an Apex Trader funding account. Oh, look at that PDC. Who grabbed that? Sorry, guys, I wasn't paying attention, but that was an excellent PDC long on both NQ and ES, both at the same spot. Setup number one, PDC long. Nice, Bruce. Good job. Let's see if it continues. We do have a couple of different little distributions here on the developing profile. All right. All right, guys, 50 more seconds. Get your entries in. Squeeze. Squeeze. All right, guys, here we go. Drum roll. Can I get a drum roll, please? Paul V. Trades is the winner. Paul V. Trades. Congratulations. You are the winner of a free in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, be sure to join the Discord there. Congratulations, Paul. All you got to do is DM me on Discord, and I will make sure you get your new evaluation. Yeah, trade it well. Anybody here ever got an evaluation, still has it? I'd love to hear that. Anybody still trading an evaluation they've received here, or maybe they turned it into a funded account? Anybody? That'd be cool. Video up above its IB high. Back up to 200 we go. Hey, Roman turned the one he wanted to a funded. Good job. Josh, you got your first payout? You didn't even tell us? You didn't even put it in the testimonials of the profits? Come on now, that's exciting. Getting them payouts. Good job, Josh. That's awesome. Love to hear that stuff. Love it. The best. Hey, Vikram, how's trading ES going? Okay. All V trades. All V trades. Excellent. Well done, Vikram. Love to see it. Oh, you're patient. Waited for some good setups there. Love it. Yeah, sorry guys, we already gave away the account. Squeeze is a little late at this point. Nice PDC long though. For anybody that grabbed it on NQ. Yes, it's been. Oof. Excuse me. $70 points right there so far. Neil says, is my session volume profile settings to 830? Yes, correct. The yellow zones, these are based on the composite. These are not based on the session profile. These orange, yellow. These are not session volume profile. The light gray ones are the session LVNs. And then the ones that go beyond it are previous days LVNs per the toolkit. Oh man. It is very different, Fisher. It's very different than NQ. It can still move. It can move nice, but still quite volatile, or can be. Right back up to that level. My session count right now is at 20, I'm pretty sure. 20. And then previous LVNs are at 4. Session LVPs 4 and 20. Because if we go back here, right, we want to capture this data. This is way back there. So, and we went to this LVN to the tick. 68. Are you on the 2-minute, Water Boss? Are you on NQ or MNQ? Ooh, I got a massage yesterday, Bruce. Or no, 2 days ago. Yeah, I'm locked out, Mustafa. I'm all done. Did about $300 in my cash account. Hit $500, $550, and 2 evals. Blew 2 others, but they were brand new, so it was just like $50 wash on 2 of those. And then I didn't trade my XFA. Actually, I don't want to trade my XFA today. I'm gonna wait till Monday. Well, that's why you have different levels, Water Boss. You might need a higher plan to get the 2-minute on TradingView. So it generally doesn't. It does with the composites because it aggregates data and it changes the structure. That's more so with the VWAP levels. It's just not as granular with TradingView. So they move a little bit when you change the time frames. You can actually see it. You can render it and see what happens. Right? You render the composite and you can actually take a look at it. Render it and you can see. Yep. NQ's already returned to value on the week. ES is starting to break into it a little bit. I just explained why you'd have the different levels for volume. And you can't get the 2-minute probably because you're not paying for a higher enough plan on TradingView. I just explained why it's not the same levels. Do you want me to explain it again? One more time through? For those in the back that didn't hear it the first time. All right, so aggregation, right? So TradingView aggregates data. Okay, what does that mean? It means that when there's price levels, right? Tick levels, when you go to higher time frames, it combines them. Why does it do that? It makes it faster and it makes it lighter on the software to be able to do it and draw structures because of it, because that's what it's doing. It's taking data and it's drawing structure on the screen. So what TradingView does at higher time frames, it aggregates ticks together, and since it's doing that, it changes the structure of the composite slightly. And that might draw the LVNs because they're aggregated at slightly different levels. So it's not because the levels are changing, it's because TradingView is aggregating data at higher time frames. So what's the solution? Stick to the lower time frames. Or stick to the same time frame. You could also double check it by drawing your own composite. Remember, the toolkit only goes 20 days back. I'm drawing a custom composite all the way back to September 12th. Looks like we can grind higher from here, guys. That's what it sure looks like. Now we're getting the return to value on the week on ES. NQ is already returned to value on the week and the month. This is a key LVN at 178. We trade above this, 280, 414. We got weekly and monthly VWAPs up here in the 400s. Captain, it always changes. It depends on the range. And the time frame really actually doesn't matter with the composite. I'll generally do it on the hourly. Maybe even the daily. Depends on how far we're going back. Captain, let me suggest, have you watched the volume profile videos yet, Captain? Those are going to be very helpful if you haven't yet. It never hurts to watch them again. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Water Boss. I mean, you got to understand, we've been doing this. Some of us have been doing this for years and years. How long have you been using TradingView? I don't know, a month, 2 months, a couple months? You don't just pick it all up, a wealth of experience in a short period of time. You either stick with it and learn it, or, you say this is just too much information. And you just go, screw it all, right? You got to give time. You don't learn skills, especially very difficult skills. It's not like you decided to pick up a simple skill like, watercolor painting, right? Trading is one of the most difficult skills you can possibly decide to learn, right? So you got to be patient. And the more so you give it yourself frustration about it, you're not making it easier on yourself. It takes years. Just like if you wanted to learn the piano, you're not learning the piano in 6 months. You got to dedicate yourself years of practice to learn the piano. Yep. More highs here. Nvidia's up spot 6. I don't know about never informing you, Water Boss. I don't know if that's true. I talk about that in all of my videos. I could actually point to several of them where this is discussed. It's a pretty strong accusation. Not ever informing him that I'm getting inaccurate information. I talk about it extensively on About TradingView. Extensively. It's discussed all the time, Water Boss. So, maybe there's a bigger problem here with your, I'm just going to leave it here, but we're going to move on. We're going to focus on the chart here. Looks like we broke and are back testing this key level now. What a day. $112 points. It's good to hear, Coin Surfer. I like to hear that. Yeah, the switch over to ES seemed to be really good for a couple people today. I made the suggestion to a couple of people, including the inner circle last night. So let's see. Hopefully it seems to be a good switch while we're dealing with this volatility, and we'll see how it does moving forward. All we had to do. I mean, the market was pretty heavy when we opened. You know, I think we all knew that this was a possibility, but this was a serious buy the dip moment. Absolutely, coin surfer. I think if you continue to practice, what tends to happen is the more you pick it up and the more you learn, the videos, the YouTube videos, the course, and including the book have a lot of rewatch value. So even though you might have been through it once, maybe even twice, as you pick up the skills and you watch it more, you go through it again, and it tends to even make more sense, or things that you might not have picked up the first time, you'll pick up again. So the progression would be, you know, getting through the course again, going through the videos. And then as you advance, there's other opportunities for growth. There's the inner circle and things like that, which will be, there'll be a wait list again for that coming up probably after Thanksgiving for next year. I'll also be speaking in Tampa in May. We have a big announcement for that. I'm not obliged to make the announcement yet. It's going to be concerning a keynote speaker for the event. That's going to be very, very cool. But I can't announce it till December 4th. This thing is definitely going to sell out, guys. Here's me. It's already almost half sold out. It's in Tampa. I am not the mystery. I'm not a mystery. I'm on the list of speakers. And but the one we have is going to be very, very cool. We'll be announcing that December 4th, and probably once we announce it, it's probably going to sell out. So we still have early bird pricing. The pricing is going to go up after Black Friday or whatever. So if you guys are planning on coming, I would encourage you to lock it in, because once we announce the speaker, this thing will probably be filled out. There's like 100 tickets, and there's like 50 have been sold already. So just so you guys are aware, it's gonna be awesome. We'll be in Tampa, Florida, May 14th and 15th. We'll be doing dinners and lots of fun stuff around it. 2-day event. You can use code Drysdale. There's the link in the code. If you guys want to pick it up. All right. Well, it is about 11:30. I have been done trading. Trump comes. It's not going to be Donald Trump. All right, guys, if you're going to continue trading, I encourage you to manage your risk and stay sharp. Premium members, head on over to the voice channels. You can share your mic, share your screens, collaborate with the other VWAP Wave System traders, monitor the market, spot setups. We'll be live on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live Q&A. If anybody has any questions or any issues. And says, please don't go. I'm going to what is it? Unplug a little bit. It's been a busy week. Thursdays are very busy for me. I start at like 7 in the morning. I go to 9 o'clock at night. Long days. But Friday, a little lighter. So I'm looking forward to taking a little deplug time. Yep, exactly. Unplug from the charts a little bit. Relax. My son has some soccer this weekend. Watch some soccer, sit on the field, touch some grass. And I encourage you guys to do the same. If you're going to continue trading the rest of the day, again, I encourage you to manage your risk, stay sharp. If you're done trading or if you want to practice, switch on over to a simulator. Head on over to the voice channels. Practice. You don't need to put on any more risk today if you don't want to, and still get in your practice. Have a wonderful day, guys. Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Q&A, and then we'll be back live again on Monday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the New York Market Open on YouTube, 10 a.m. on the delayed feed.